Namaste everyone. Yes, let us start with our session. Requesting you all to sit with your spine erect. Keep your shoulders proper. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. Just allow your whole body to settle down and relax. We will start with the prayer. Slowly inhale. Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently open your eyes. Yeah. A very good morning to all of you once again, friends. As these sessions we are going to do as revision sessions. Sukshma Vyayam, I'm not going to repeat, but at the same time we will start with the Shuddhi Kriyas. We usually do 4 Shuddhi Kriyas. Shwasanamarga Shuddhi, Kapalabhati, Agnisar Kriya, and Prana Prachardana Kriya. Today we are going to do only the first 3. So to do Shwasanamarga Shuddhi, may I request you all to straighten your legs in front. Sit in any comfortable position of your choice. Ardha Padmasan, Padmasan, even Vajrasan will do. In Kapalabhati, it is better to have Padmasan or Ardha Padmasan. Now, having seated in that position, keeping your spine erect, keeping your shoulders proper, keeping your chin parallel, in a very peaceful manner, with your right hand, making a fist of your hand, thumb up, close your right nostril, with the upper arm parallel to the floor. Inhale gently through the left and start blowing the nose with a forceful jerk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Relax the hand down. Same thing from your right side by closing the left one. So the left hand thumb closing the left nostril. Inhale gently there and stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Relax the hand down. We will go ahead and do expulsion through both the nostrils. Back is erect, shoulders are proper. Inhale gently and stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Whether it is Shvasanmarga Shuddhi or whether it is Kapalabhati, the inhalation is going to be always passive. Exhalation is active with a forceful jerk. Okay. So done with Shvasanmarga Shuddhi Kriya, we are going ahead with the Kapalabhati. Both the rounds which we are going to do are going to be through both the nostrils, and at the same time, in 1 minute, you can go ahead to give up to the strokes between 60 to 90 or maybe 90 plus. But always remember, you are never losing the rhythm of the strokes. The intensity and the uniformity in giving the strokes should be very same throughout. Okay, so back erect, fixing the chest. Slowly inhale, nicely expanding the chest. Exhale out without letting the chest to come down. Observe your breathing. As you observe 2 breaths, the time starts now. 1 minute. Go for the strokes. Slowly stop. It's very nice to see all of you doing it very correctly. Especially Ashutosh sir could do it for the complete 1 minute. That is a wonderful thing. So as you are observing your breathing and making yourself settle, prepare your mind for the second round. Again, slowly inhale, nicely expanding the chest. As you exhale out, let the expansion of the rib cage remain intact. And you exhale. Observe 2 breaths there. You are ready. Go for the second round now. Yes, slowly stop. Kindly release your posture by gently opening your eyes. Give some relief to your legs. Do some movement of the ankles and the knees if you feel so. You may be having a question in your mind whether we should fix the chest. Is it compulsory? See, fixing of the chest is just a gesture that we are going to do diaphragmatic breathing, and we are not going to involve the lower abdomen. We are going to involve only our upper abdomen to give the strokes. So to make that happen, it is better to keep your chest broad, and to make it broad, the way we go ahead and make it fixed, it is always going to be helpful. Otherwise, Kapalabhati Kriya has very less to do with the abdomen or the chest. The most important thing that we are doing is expulsion of the breath through the nose, and the more part of it is felt at the sinus region, at the forehead, in between your eyebrows. So that is the region where you feel the strokes more better. And that is the primary stroke. When it comes to the abdominal strokes, it is just a secondary thing which is getting involved. No doubt, it helps the abdominal cavity, it helps the chest cavity, it even helps the strengthening of the muscles. But one should be very clear that the actual action is taking place at the forehead region, at the sinus region. You can say the cleansing of the frontal sinus is taking place. Okay, so now done with that, now we are going to the primary action at the epigastric region, and that is Agnisara Kriya. Let us go ahead and sit, if comfortable, in Vajrasana. Having made yourself comfortable in that Vajrasana position, settle down in it. Make sure you are not experiencing any strain in your ankle. If at all you are feeling any strain, kindly come out of the posture and sit in cross leg. Nothing wrong with that. That's great. Now to go ahead, let us keep our back slightly rounded, C shape, with our hands, 4 fingers in and thumb out, with your elbows slightly pouting out, with your face being dropped towards the floor. Yes, you are ready. Inhale slowly. Exhale out. Again, inhale deeply. As you exhale out, hold the breath out. Let the chin go towards the chest. Relax the abdomen. Now pull the abdomen in and push it out. Pull it in and push it out. That's very nice of you. The moment you feel like breathing, stop the action, release, breathe. Observe minimum 4 to 5 breaths. Again, let the breathing pattern settle down. Yes, we are ready. Keeping your hands again in the proper position, 4 fingers in, thumb out, making a C shape of your back, head dropped in front. Slowly inhale, exhale out. Do it one more time. Inhale. As you exhale out, chin towards the chest, relax the abdomen. Now pull it in, push it out. Pull it in, push it out. Let the flapping continue as per your comfort. Wow, beautiful. Very nicely done. Kindly come out of your Vajrasana and be seated in a relaxed position. Breathe normally. Agnisar, for your information, is always going to complement the action of Kapalabhati. See, in Kapalabhati, we are putting a positive force to let the expulsion of the breaths happen. And because of that, the diaphragmatic movement is happening. Even the intercostal muscles of your chest is taking place. But now in Agnisar, you are not doing the expulsions of the breath, rather you are holding the breath out, and with negative pressure, with that suction power, you are doing the diaphragmatic movement of the abdomen, and that is helping you to bring about the changes in the chest muscles, especially diaphragm and the intercostal muscles, immunity improving there. So said and done, both the practices are complementary to each other. It will be always beneficial if they are practiced one after another. Either of them can be first or second. Okay. So now here we are going ahead with the simple practice of Nadi Shodhan. How do we go ahead with the preparation of Nadi Shodhan and practice it? So first thing, uni-nostril breathing. First sit in any comfortable position of your choice. Maybe Vajrasan, maybe Ardha Padmasan, maybe Padmasan, whatever you like. Padmasan is always expected to be done. If not, Ardha Padmasan. And then third preference can be given to Vajrasan. As you are sitting erect with your back, with your shoulders proper, with your chin parallel, just close your eyes, observe your breathing for a while. Maybe 5 breaths. Just check with the flow of your breaths. That's very nice of you. Keeping your hands in Jnana Mudra, with the right hand coming to Pranava Mudra, the thumb closing the right nostril. Do left nostril breathing for 1 minute. As you inhale and exhale, let your mind be totally focused on your breaths. Now, as and when you exhale, slowly bring the hand down. Observe 2 breaths there peacefully. And go ahead with the last 2 fingers closing the left nostril and doing very similarly the right nostril breathing. Again 1 minute. That's very nice of you. As and when you exhale, slowly bring the hand down. With this preparation done, now the alternate nostril breathing is to be done in 4 phases. But of course, as we are gradually becoming more and more efficient in our practice, more focus should be given on second, third, and fourth, then eventually third and fourth, and at last, the fourth one is to be done regularly. That is where our approach should be leading us to. Okay. So what is the first phase? Equal breathing. To start with, first apply Moola Bandha. Now Moola Bandha becomes mandatory. Whichever pranayam you do, make sure that you are applying Moola Bandha. And as the Moola Bandha is applied, as you're observing two breaths, go ahead. With your right hand thumb, close the right nostril. Peacefully inhale through the left, maybe going to the count of 5 to 6. Exhale through the right to the count of 5 to 6. Very similarly, inhaling through the right, close it, exhale through the left. Now this is equal breathing. That's very nice of you. From the next cycle, change the course to phase 2. Whenever you inhale from the left, as you inhale 5 to 6 counts, exhale through the right, yes, 10 to 12 counts. As you inhale through the right, again 5 to 6 counts. Exhale through the left. Yes, 10 to 12 counts. Maybe 12 is not happening. Be there with your 5 and 10, 1:2 ratio. Please continue for one more minute. As you complete the cycle, the next cycle, whenever you inhale from the left, start with the third phase. And what is the third phase? As you do the Puraka, retain the breath in. That is preparation for Kumbhaka. And then exhale through the right. Let the ratio be 1:1:2. Slowly, gradually, you can excel to 1:4:2. But now we will keep it 1:1:2. And the same thing is done as you inhale through the right. You're retaining the breath in and then exhaling through the left. Yes, friends. As you have done 2 minutes of practice with this pattern, let us enter into the fourth phase. Whenever you exhale from the left, that is where you inhaling begin with the next cycle. Inhale through the left. As you close it, apply chin lock, abdominal lock. Release the chin lock. Go for the Re Chakra through the right, double to that of inhalation. As you inhale to the right, closing it, apply chin lock, abdominal lock. Release. Go for Re Chakra through the left. Please continue with this pattern. As and when you exhale from left, you may stop. The moment your hand comes down, do not open your eyes, just be there. As if imagining the alternate nostril breathing is still going on. Rather, it is so slow that as if you may not be breathing also. This is a very important aspect of every pranayam, even after Kapalabhati. As and when you are done with the practice, just make sure that the next 15 to 30 seconds, you're just allowing yourself to be as you are without doing any kind of, suddenly opening your eyes or coming out of the posture or anything like that. That is not preferred. So now, friends, go ahead. Gently open your eyes. Release the posture. Straighten the legs. Relax them. Yes. Now we are going ahead with the practice of Surya Bhedan. These are the 7 pranayama that we should be doing regularly. We do not practice Plavini, but we do practice Surya Bhedan, Ujjayi, Sitkari, Shitali, Bhasrika, Bhramari, Murcha. We have gone through this one by one, and today we will be practicing at least 3 to 4 pranayams in the given time, or at least 3. So we are starting with Surya Bhedan. 3 phases you are supposed to do the practice with. First phase, just inhalation through the right and exhaling through the left, making it double to that of inhalation. Second phase, having the retention part in between Puraka and Rechaka. Third phase with bandhas. Now this should be very clear. The sequence of the bandhas. Always before doing the Puraka, you are applying Moola Bandha. And as the Puraka is done, you are applying chin lock, Jalandhar Bandha. And after that, you are doing Uddiyana Bandha, that is contracting your abdominal muscles and pulling them in. So this is the sequence. And as we release Jalandhar Bandha first. As we do the Rechaka, the abdominal contraction will be getting loosened up by its own. But Mool Bandh should not be released until we complete the whole practice. Okay? So there we go ahead with Surya Bhedan now. Sit in any comfortable position of your choice again. Back erect, hands on the knees, shoulders proper, hands in Jnana Mudra. Again, go ahead, apply Moola Bandha. As you breathe in, breathe out, experiencing the flow. Yes, you are ready. With your right hand, Pranava Mudra, last 2 fingers closing your left nostril. Slowly inhale through the right. Close it. Exhale through the left. The moment you have exhaled, close the left and inhale through the right only. As you close it, exhale through the left. Continue. Continue for a minute. Now, friends, let us start with the second phase. Whenever you inhale through the right, close it, hold the breath in. Then exhale through the left. Close the left. You're always inhaling through the right only in Surya Bhedan. Now slowly, you may go ahead with the third phase. Whenever you inhale through the right, Close it. Apply chin lock, abdominal lock. Make sure your back is erect. Release the chin lock. Go for the Rechaka through the left. The moment Rechak gets completed, immediately close the left. Yes, and do Puraka through the right. Close it. Apply chin lock, abdominal lock. Release the chin lock. Go for the Rechaka through the left. Kindly continue with your own rhythm. One more cycle and then you stop. As you're observing your breathing, gently open your eyes. You may release the posture, come out and relax. Again, we are going ahead with the practice of Ujjayi. Now, Ujjayi has to be done in 4 phases. Ultimately, we are reaching to our goal, that is with Kumbhaka. But whenever we learn or whenever we teach, let the student practice phase by phase and then go on slowly coming to the eventual phase. The first phase, only while exhaling, you're producing the hissing sound. Second phase, you're producing the hissing sound while inhaling as well as while exhaling. In the third phase, you produce the hissing sound while inhaling, then you hold the breath in and exhale with the hissing sound. The fourth one, of course, with the bandhas, but Rechak will be done only through the left. That is what we learn from the Hatha Pradipika. But if you go through the understanding of Gheranda Samhita, it says exhale through both the nostril. So either of the two you do, it is correct, not an issue. So let us go ahead with what Hatha Pradipika says. Let us all sit in Ardha Padmasana again. As you make yourself comfortable sitting in that Ardha Padmasana, hands kept in Padma Mudra. Yes, with your back erect, shoulder proper, chin parallel. Gently apply Moola Bandha. As we inhale and exhale, observing your breathing there. Slowly start with the first phase. Moolband intact. Inhale slowly, normally. And while exhaling, produce the hissing sound. Now, friends, slowly start with the second phase. Start inhaling also with the hissing sound. A gentle contraction of your laryngeal muscles, producing that hissing sound. And then exhale with the hissing sound. Keep it simple. The sound may be audible to just your own ears. That's enough. Friends, we can start with the third phase now. Whenever you inhale through both the nostril with the hissing sound, retain the breath in. And slowly double to that of inhalation. Do the Rechaka with the hissing sound. In the third phase, we are doing with both the nostrils only. That is the fourth phase where we do with the left nostril. Now you can start with the fourth phase, sorry. In the fourth phase, as you inhale through both the nostril with the hissing sound, apply chin lock, abdominal lock. You may, with the help of your hand, close the nostril as you apply the chin lock and abdominal lock. Or maybe you're not, that is okay. But when you release the chin lock, close the right nostril to exhale through the left with hissing sound. Bringing the hand down, again doing the Puraka through both the nostrils. Applying chin lock, abdominal lock. Releasing the chin lock. Yes, going for Rechaka through the left nostril. Beautiful. Please continue. Try to make the exhalation longer, double to that of inhalation. One more cycle and then you stop. As you complete it, just do normal breathing, and maybe you will find that you are already doing automatic breathing with the hissing sound at a very subtle level. Just enjoy that. Be at peace. Gently open your eyes, release the posture, give again some relief to your legs. Relax there. We will keep Shitali for the next class. Now we are doing Sitkari. We are experiencing tremendous heat in Mumbai here. So this Sitkari pranayam is very good, but at the same time, we should be always careful about the environment around us. Practicing in-house is always better. So now going ahead with the Sitkari pranayama, again sit in your comfortable position. The same 3 phases. The first phase, with your upper teeth above the lower one. From your mouth, you are inhaling through the slits of your lips and the teeth. As you suck the air in, you close the mouth and then exhale it out through the nose, slowly double to that of the inhalation. So ready there? In. Sorry for that distraction. Now ready there? Sitting erect. Your hands can be in simple Drona Mudra, cupping the knees, Jnana Mudra, or Padma Mudra, whichever you feel is comfortable for you. Yes. Now apply Moola Bandha. As the Moola Bandha is applied, opening your mouth, keeping the upper teeth above the lower one, and slowly inhale with the hiss sound. And as you close the mouth, exhale it out through the nose. Go ahead. Inhale through the mouth. Close it. Exhale through the nose. While exhaling, you may find that you are again producing the Ujjayi sound. Nothing wrong with that. If it is happening, please continue. Only thing is that while exhaling, have that control. Let us start with the second phase. As you inhale with that sit sound, closing your mouth, retain the breath in, saans ko andar rok lo. Slowly exhale. This is where the cooling will be felt in the body if you are doing it for a longer period. Continue. Yes, friends. From the next cycle onwards, you are going to apply chin lock and abdominal lock. So complete this cycle first. Now, whenever you go ahead and inhale through the mouth, closing the mouth, apply chin lock, pull the tummy in. Releasing the chin lock. Go for the rechak through both the nostrils. Slowly with control. Last cycle, as you do it, just stop. Let us utilize this last 3 to 5 minutes to do simple shavasana. Having done all this breath work, slowly turn to one side and lie down on your back. धीरे से एक तरफ मुड़कर पीठ के बल लेट जाए. With your legs apart, with your hands away, with your palms facing the ceiling, just surrender. Take note of your both legs, right from the toes of your feet up to the groin, the hip joint. Relax both the legs completely. You're relaxing the ankles and the knees, especially to bring about the relaxation of the thighs. In a very similar manner, relax both the hands, right from the fingers to the shoulders. Take note of your back, right from the back of your neck, in between your shoulder blades, to the mid back and lower back. You're relaxing the whole back region. Go on relaxing your abdomen, your chest. all the internal organs in your abdomen and chest consciously relax. Relax your neck. Relax your whole oral cavity. Relax your facial muscles and all the senses. And eventually relax your head. Just imagine giving relief to your brain, to your nervous system. And with every exhalation, slowly, gradually, you are slipping into a very peaceful state of peace and harmony. As if the whole body has become very light, very gentle, and floating on the surface of a very gentle flowing river, being swept away into the huge ocean. Becoming one with the ocean is like becoming one with the oceanic consciousness. Just enjoy the feeling of oneness with godliness. Be there. That's very nice of you. Now, friends, slowly become aware of your breaths. Become aware of your whole body. As you inhale and exhale, have a feel of your legs, feel of your hands. Move your fingers, move your toes. Bring your legs closer. Bring your hands beside. Fold your legs at the knees. Guide any one hand below the neck. Roll and turn to that side. Take support of both the hands. Come up and be seated. That's very nice of you. Let us go ahead expressing our gratitude to the ultimate force, the energy. Go ahead and wind up the session by chanting one Om. Slowly inhale. Gently open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you all on Thursday. We will be doing the other 4, right from Bhastrika to Shitali, and doing Brahmari along with Murcha in the very similar manner, the same approach. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Asha ji. Thank you, Jay Kumar ji. Thank you, Sunil ji.